Imagine a luxury lounge in the afterlife, half marble columns, half gold leaf. Emperor Hadrian, ever the restless traveler, is fiddling with an abacus. Pharaoh Thutmose III, wearing enough gold to sink a galley, is staring at a papyrus scroll like it's a tactical map. You know, Thutmose, I've been looking at your Great Pyramid. The slope is impressive, but honestly, the logistics? Horrendous. How many slaves did it take to find the center point? First of all, Emperor, they were paid laborers who got better beer than your legionnaires. Second, it's not finding the center. It's about the seat. If I want my tomb to reach the sun without falling on my head, I need a constant ratio of run to rise. Ratios. We call that proportion. But we use arches. We found that if you follow a semicircle, the weight distributes perfectly. It's elegant. Your pyramids are just very heavy triangles. Triangles are the bones of the universe. Look at this. He draws a triangle in the sand. If I have a rope with knots at 3, 4, and 5 units, and I pull it tight, presto! A perfect right angle. Can your arches do that with a piece of string? Very clever. But let's talk about your bookkeeping. Your numbers look like a bird, a reed, and a coil of rope. It's a zoo, not a spreadsheet. In Rome, we use letters. MDCLXVI, it's authoritative. It looks like it was carved with a sword. It looks like a headache. How do you do long division with an X and a V? If I have 1,000 bushels of grain and I give 10% to the temple, I just move the bird. What do you do? Pray to Jupiter for a remainder? Well, we have the abacus. But I'll admit, counting is easier than nothing. My traders mentioned a concept from the East, the idea of a zero. A number for when you have, well, nothing. Why would I need a symbol for nothing? If I have no grain, I have a famine. I don't need a little circle to tell me I'm hungry. We just leave a space. Math is for things that exist, like gold and bricks. Spoken like a man who hasn't built a pantheon. To get that dome right, I needed to understand the relationship between the diameter and the circumference. We're getting very close to a fixed constant. Roughly 3.12 or so. Oh, we've been using 3.16 for centuries. We derive it from a square with a side of 8 by 9 the diameter. It's how we calculate the area of a circular granary. You Romans are always getting close while we've already finished the masonry. I'll give you the granary, but let's discuss the hypotenuse. A Greek fellow, Pythagoras' lovely beard, bit obsessed with beans, proved that in a right-angled triangle, a square plus b square equals c square. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It makes your rope knots look like child's play. A Greek? You're quoting a Greek to a pharaoh? Pythagoras studied in my temples. He took our practical engineering, gave it a fancy name, and now you're acting like he invented the triangle. Typical Roman, you don't create, you just annex ideas. Call it annexing if you want, but we scaled it. We built roads that span continents using that math. We turned your sacred geometry into a civil service. And yet, my pyramids are still standing, and your Colosseum is missing half its teeth. I guess your proportions forgot about the passage of 3,000 years. Touché. Another wine? I'll let you calculate the volume of the jug. Only if we use Egyptian fractions.